Hello everyone, welcome back to my series of running a guild and being guild leader. Today we're going to be talking about cultivating a community, one of the more important aspects to running a guild. The past 2 weeks we've spoken a lot about creation, design, structure, and recruitment. This week we're going to go dive deeper into that, and that is going to be touching upon communities and how to enhance productivity in your guild and just in general make people connect with each other, be able to work with each other and synergize better. I mean, ultimately, without a community, what's the point of being in a guild? I mean, one could argue you're in there for gear, progress, just any items, gains, guild bank, guild repairs, but what keeps people retained in your guild? What makes them want to stay? Through my years as a guild leader, I've come up with 3 major points. 1 is being active, 2 is size, and 3 is being friendly to one another. So let's touch on active. Always having people online wanting to engage in activities. Now this is something a lot of guilds struggle with. A lot of guilds just recruit the bare minimum, like 20 to 30 people for their raid roster, and they never feel a need to recruit more. They never, really want people on besides, the time they set up their scheduling for raiding, PvP, whatever, Outside a game, no one wants to communicate with each other. It's a struggle I see a lot of guilds go through and a lot of guilds die. Like a lot of small groupings of players and, single players in general that join my guild ultimately communicate with me that that's a big problem and situation they just came from. So how to solve this? I mean, ultimately, you should facilitate people being active through Discord, Ventrilo, and other voice activation services. This makes people feel a little more interpersonal and connected with each other, hearing each other's voices. Just having people online makes it feel like a more robust and growing atmosphere. Like, it's like someone walking into the store and you're communicating with someone rather than you going online shopping on like Amazon or something, not being able to talk to anyone. There's not much fun if you're not really talking with anyone doing anything. What makes you want to keep playing the game if you have no one with you? I mean, ultimately, if you run things like Mythic Plus, PvP, rating, leveling alts, doing that all through the guild, it makes people want to become more active and stay engaged. I mean, you can facilitate this through guild events. Like I do my transmog tournaments on stream and I get my guildies involved. And that makes a lot more people want to come out and have fun because it's something that deviates from the normal game structure. And it makes people have fun, laugh, and develop different interpersonal communication skills with each other and be able to interact. It is something big and it will always be an issue in the game, especially with the subscription levels fluctuating. Ultimately, you always want to have an active guild. That goes into our next topic, which is sizing. Now, ultimately, being active and sizing kind of intermingle with each other, but I feel that having a larger guild is ultimately better for the health of your guild. One, if your guild ever runs into an issue where people leave, you have people ready to fill in the slots of your raid, PvP, whatever. But at the same time, it makes your guild look very attractive to people that maybe even are in better progress situations than you. Because, let's be honest, if you have 1 or 2 more mythic kills than my guild, and, you're just hanging around, you're the only one online, and then you look at my guild, and my guild has like 40 or 50-something people online. Wouldn't you rather be a part of that than just sitting around doing nothing and ultimately burning out of the game? I mean, pick your poison as a player, but in my own personal taste, I'd rather be in an active guild. It's boring when you have no one to play with. You don't want to play the game and you want to quit. So ultimately, people are going to burn out or just not even log on to raid or play anymore. So sizing is a big, big thing. That leads into our next point of being friendly. A guild atmosphere to succeed needs to be positive. I mean, it won't always be 100% positive. Drama is inevitable like any other portion of life. But if you control it and have a stable atmosphere, people will want to stay and people will want to, not look for other guilds, maybe have the occasional outbursts. But as long as you have a hierarchy that's capable of handling it, rules and discipline structure and order, you should be set for the most part. I mean, if you're a toxic guild, you're going to attract toxic players, but if you're a positive guild, you'll get a mix, but for the most part, you can filter out the waste. For that reason, I myself am the only one with guild powers to remove in my guild, which I'll go into in another video going over the drama stories from our past, because yes, my guild has had drama. But ultimately, that does not mean guild leaders and guild officers should be dictators. It's very hard to ride the boundary of what is right and what is wrong, what is the right power to use and what is too much power. So that is something you're going to have to figure out with you and your officers. When you get that figured out, though, you should be set for setting community rules, keeping things in order, and just in general, keeping people friendly. Because ultimately, you want to be treated the same way that you treat others, just like in real life. Treat them the way you want to be treated. Respect others the same way you would in real life. I mean, ultimately, in conclusion, that leads to cultivating a community is one of the most difficult aspects in running a guild, in my opinion. It is something a lot of guilds struggle with, and ultimately a lot of guilds fail. If you aren't able to lead a successful community, your guild ultimately will fall apart in due time. If you can breach this gap that many guilds can't, though, look forward to success, increase in synergy, productivity, quicker developing boss kills, and even interpersonal relationships. I've had people get married through my guild, I've had people date, I've had people become real life friends, including myself. I've met numerous people in real life through this game, and I'm going to meet more at BlizzCon. It just opens up so many doorways that people can be friends with each other and open up so many more opportunities. I mean, there's aspects where people get jobs through this, and it changes their life completely. So definitely something to look into, and it's definitely something important just in general to keep in mind. Cultivating a community equals guild success. Well, thank you guys all for watching. This upcoming week or two, I'm finally getting out my lore video. I know it's like kind of the real broken promise going on here, but my sister is finishing up her never before seen art. She's an artist and graphic designer that's going to fit into my video. It is going to be one that I hope a lot of people enjoy. It's been something I've been getting in-game footage of and have been thinking about for a very long time and putting together. And I really look forward to you guys seeing it and what your opinions are on it. Might not be the best for the first video, but it's a first step. Feel free to catch me on Twitch, Veritas13373. It should be down below in the information section. Feel free to support me on Patreon for more upcoming videos. And if you want to catch me online, I'm on Storm Rage, usually on /ubrokenpromise. Someone can direct you to me. Besides that, like, comment, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a good day, be kind to one another, and have fun. See you guys. Thank you for watching.